On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. And
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 38. The first carry down for Benny Snell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now Roethlisberger on first down, escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. And who we got?
From just shy of midfield, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
On the carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third and 2, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Steelers nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And a Steeler first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Got to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37.
24-yard gain on the play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Texans 7, Steelers nothing.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Deontay Johnson.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 7 yards the pick up there.
Eric Ebron.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Second down and goal. Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Randall Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10. at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
1-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
Made at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
TJ Watt there on the tackle.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 5.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's got his man, Hilton. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Fighting Hilton on his slant. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
21-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Watson. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
1st and 10.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Alvin Kamara with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
First down, Steelers.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They'll go with Snell here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass, incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the 30.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And less than a yard.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Texans take
so they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack
is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
It's now 4th down and 1.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Draw play, and it's Snell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Kamara. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Steelers 10. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From the 27, Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Roethlisberger will throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And a Steeler 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Kamara. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Today's final score,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.